Just about 10 years ago, I was unexpectedly fired from my job, and this led me down the journey of wanting to create my own passive income streams so that this didn't happen again. And I finally built these up to the point where last year alone, these streams generated over $1 million. In this video, I'm going to share all of the best tips, all of the personal mistakes that I made, my personal best earning income streams, my worst earning income streams that I've lost money on, and everything else that has been valuable over these last 10 years is all going to be shared in this one video. By the end of this video, you will literally have 10 years of trial and error crammed into just a few minutes, so you can take all this information and apply it to your own journey, and hopefully you can get to the same point that I am at, but in a lot less time. Now, with that being said, as usual in my videos, there's going to be no fluff in this video. It's going to be a fast-paced moving video, and I'm just going to give you valuable bits of information back to back. If you have any specific questions or you want elaboration or more clarification on any of these, just let me know down in the comments and I can help you there. Now, the last thing I have to say before we get into this video is a quick disclaimer, and that is that these are my personal earnings. This is my opinion. These are all the things that I've learned over these years of doing this, and there are no guaranteed results. Just because you do the same things that I have or apply the same principles does not mean that you're going to earn the same amount that I have. I'm just trying to be that person that I wish I had when I was just starting my journey to actually give me valuable, helpful information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this video. Okay, so starting this video off, I want to start with what I would personally want to know if I were in your shoes, and that's how much money have I earned and how long did it take to earn all of that money? So without giving you guys too much of my personal information here, the actual helpful bits of info to know would be that I've been doing this for just about 10 years. In those first couple of years, I don't think I broke $20,000 in passive income. Now, the reason for this is because I wasn't focused. I had a part-time job to make sure I was paying my bills. I was working on that. I was coming home working on this. So I was definitely getting results, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a year, but I wasn't getting to the point where I really needed to be. Now, once I reached that about $20,000 per year, that gave me enough confidence to jump ship and fully go into creating passive income. This is when I really started to see results. So to give you an overview of this, the first year that I was working solely on my passive income streams and I didn't have an additional job, I made over $100,000. The second year is where I really started to see the results, and I will talk about this jump later in this video. I made over $600,000. The year after that, the third year that I was at this, I made over $800,000. And then the several years after that, it has been six figures, high six figures, and crossing that $1 million mark. Now I'm going to put a pin in this right here and we will come back to this, but that jump from 100,000 to 600,000 is going to be a big talking point later in this video. Now, keeping this video moving forward, the next really important thing that I've learned and was a huge mental shift for me is why passive income specifically is so important. Now, the short answer here is that by creating passive income, you're basically creating an income source that is working when you are not working. So you could be on vacation, that's kind of the cliche thing, but more realistically, you could be spending time with your family. You could be spending time doing the hobbies that you want. You could be spending time building up another passive income if that's still fun to you. But all of those things you can be doing while that passive income stream is still generating income for you. What this gives you is time freedom. When you look at all different entrepreneurs that are making high six figures, $700,000 a year, or over $1 million, a lot of them are super stressed out. They're tied to their phone, they're tied to their computer. And yes, there are exceptions to these where they have teams in place running these, but generally speaking, people who are making that much money are typically very stressed by their income. You will see this everywhere that you look for high-performing entrepreneurs, and then you'll find those few people who have figured out passive income and their lifestyle is totally different. All right, so hopefully for those of you who needed to hear that, that is helpful, but let's keep this video moving forward. So this is going to be a cool one. Let's start with what income streams performed the worst for me and I actually lost money on, and that would be affiliate marketing blog websites. These are websites on a specific niche or topic where you write blog articles, they're text-based articles, and you can put affiliate marketing products that you refer throughout your articles. You can put them in the sidebar on your website. And several years ago, these were working for me. And then I invested over $100,000 to have articles written for me and posted to these multiple websites that I owned. And things were starting to scale up. And then artificial intelligence became a thing. ChatGPT became a thing. And then everyone could just simply write these articles with ChatGPT, post them to their own website. And it just flooded Google and all of these search engines with these articles that mine just got lost in all of the mix. And I ended up losing money on these websites. Now, these websites are still generating passive income, but it's not nearly at the level that I need it to be at. What I will say is the big takeaway that I learned from all of this is that when artificial intelligence became a thing, it kind of knocked out all of the text-based articles and everything started switching over to videos. Later on in this video, I can talk about that a little bit more just to give you some more value on this change. Now, coming to the other side of this, which passive income streams perform the best for me over these 10 years and going forward? My personal best performing passive income streams have all funneled kind of to the same thing. And what that is websites with existing traffic. So to give you 3 examples of these, that would be Amazon. They have a ton of existing traffic that's spending a lot of money. YouTube has a ton of existing traffic, and then Udemy. If you haven't heard of Udemy, they are an online education platform that has a ton of existing traffic. Now, if you guys know these websites, you know that there are many different strategies of how to make passive income on these websites, and that I can talk about later on in this video if you are interested. All right, keeping this video moving at a fast pace, let's get into the biggest shifts that have happened over the last 10 years and what that looks like going forward for making passive income online. So as far as biggest shifts, we will look both backwards in my experience and we will look forwards going into the future. So starting looking backwards on my experience, that was obviously the artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, for those text-based articles. That was just a huge shift for those affiliate websites. Now, the biggest shifts going forward have been 2 big noticeable things. First is that on those websites that have their existing traffic, like Amazon, YouTube, Udemy, it has become all about finding low competition niches. Now, I'm kind of saying this in passing, but this is extremely important. All of these websites have a ton of traffic. They have shoppers, they have people going on there every single day, but there's also a lot of people because so many people have computers, so many people have internet nowadays that are all trying to compete with you as a seller or make money from those websites. So it is so important to find all the open gaps where there are not many other sellers or different niches that people have not thought to create things in yet. That is kind of the secret sauce that I try to show you in all of the tutorials on this channel for these big websites that have their existing traffic. Now, this video is not the video that I'm going to elaborate on this. I want to get into the next biggest shift is that video has become more valuable than ever. Now, I'm seeing this in all different passive income streams, but the reason is that video has the biggest barrier to entry. Yes, artificial intelligence is getting better and better at creating videos that look like they are human made, but people like you and me are going on our phones, we're going on our computers, we're trying to find real human connection. We want to see real original content created by other humans. As artificial intelligence comes into play, we're still going to want that content. And the other part to this is that there's such a big barrier to entry. It is in our human nature to be afraid to be on camera, to be afraid of public speaking. If you look back, there actually is science, there's all this information about this, studies of why this is the case, and it's because we want to be accepted by our peers. We don't want to be rejected or treated like an outcast. So with that being said, the vast majority of people out there that are competing to try to make money online, they are not going to be willing to put themselves on camera. Call it just a mental barrier to entry, but that means there's just so many less competitors for creating videos. All right, guys, we're moving right along in this video. I'm looking at my notes and I have 3 more sections in this video, and there's a lot of value in each one of these. All I ask before we get into these next sections is that if you are enjoying this video, please just give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. I really would appreciate that. All right, so getting into the next one here, this section is the biggest mistakes that I personally made over the 10 years of this passive income journey. The first mistake, as we talked about briefly in the beginning of this video, was having another job. Now, I do need to clarify on this. Once I quit my job and I was able to work on this full time, my income grew substantially. I went from that $20,000 per year mark to over $100,000. But what I would say is my advice here is to build up your financial raft first before you quit your job. What I mean by that is start building up passive income streams after hours from your job. And then once you have $5,000 per year, $10,000, $20,000 per year in passive income, then you can quit your job and you can kind of float on that financially and work on growing those streams up. If you just jump ship too early and you quit your job and say, I'm going to start creating passive income today, you have no income built up. And some of these things take a little bit of time. So build up your financial raft first. And then once you're starting to see progress, then you have that option to quit your job and start building those full time. Now, the second mistake I made, and I keep continuing to fall into this mistake, is trying to build multiple passive income streams at the same time. I always think that I have more time and I can just work on that one. I can build it up alongside this one. It never works out for me. And guys, I am not new to this. I've been doing it for 10 years. I would consider myself very advanced in this. Trying to build up multiple at the same time is just super hard. What I would recommend to you is pick one passive income stream at a time. Spend all of your time, all of your energy, all of your in-between thoughts when you're in the shower, when you're falling asleep at bed, all of those thoughts all focused on the same passive income stream. And that is how you're going to make the most progress on a passive income stream. Once you've then built that up to a comfortable level, then you can start working on a second passive income stream. But I really don't recommend trying to build up multiple simultaneously. The third big mistake that I made, and this is the one that we put a pin in the beginning of this video when we were talking about going from $100,000 a year to $600,000 a year, and this is quitting before the volume has ranked. Now, what this means is that when you are building up a passive income stream online and you're using a website that that has existing traffic, a marketplace, a search engine. Let's talk about Amazon, for example. When you are just starting out, you are creating all of your listings and you're posting them to Amazon. Well, Amazon has a ton of listings, so they have to process all of your listings. They have to figure out where to put them on the marketplace, and they have to start seeing how is that going to perform from the buyers on Amazon. What's happening here is Amazon is testing your listing in their search results and seeing where they should rank it. The idea here is that if you are creating good things and you're uploading them to Amazon, as they are testing it, it is going to get good feedback to Amazon, and then Amazon is going to start progressively ranking you better on the platform. The third page, the second page, the first page in their search results. As that ranking gets better, your earnings are going to increase. Now, the big takeaway here is that you don't want to quit that passive income stream because you're not earning money before the volume of all the things that you've uploaded to the platform have had their time to be tested by the platform and get their rankings where they're actually going to start getting sales. So there is this period in the beginning of most of these passive income streams, especially on the websites that have their own traffic, where you are creating a bunch of things, you're uploading them to the platform, and then nothing's really happening for a little bit. It's because all of the things that you uploaded are being tested by the platform to earn their rankings. This is why you saw in my earnings, I went from $100,000 a year to $600,000 a year because I focused on volume during that year, and then all of those had time to get tested and get ranked on the platforms. That one little lesson right there is super valuable, and I don't think you can learn that any other way besides personal trial and error. So hopefully that helps you guys. Now, I've actually got two more mistakes that I made to share with you here. The first one is creating passive income streams that have ongoing customer service. This for me has actually been a total nightmare, and I've ended up shutting down different passive income streams because they turned out to not be very passive at all. So when you are looking at different passive income streams, look at what the ongoing customer service would be. And if that is going to be something that is at all substantial, I don't recommend going forward with that passive income stream. Now, as I'm saying that, I feel like I should give you an example here so you're not just guessing what I'm talking about. And what that would be is something like a paid community. From the outside looking in, it seems like that's a passive income for the creator. They set this up. People are paying every month to have access to them. They can ask them questions. Well, even 10 people paying for a membership in that group, or 100 people, or imagine 1,000 people who have access to you every single day to ask you questions and are expecting a quick reply, that basically just gave up all of your time freedom. So something like a paid community is not something that I personally offer because it costs too much time freedom. So hopefully that helps clarify for that one. If you have questions on any other passive income streams to see if I've had experience with them and they are truly passive or not, let me know in the comments. But the last big mistake, and I've done this myself, I've seen other people do it, and that is being scared. Creating passive income for yourself is not something that is commonly done. It's not something that's commonly taught. So it's something that's totally new, and it doesn't feel like you're earning money right in the beginning. So people get so scared, how am I going to pay my bills? And they get themselves into a scarcity mindset. That mindset is not going to work for you to build up your passive income streams. Instead, have what I call foolish optimism. This has worked for me time and time again over the years, and that is just being so optimistic that this is going to work that you just stay focused every day on creating and uploading more things to that passive income stream. If there's one solution that will solve the vast majority of your problems with passive income earnings, it is simply that. Just keep focusing on creating and uploading to platforms. All right, so keeping this video moving along, those were all the big mistakes that I made. Hopefully you can learn from those. Now let's get into the two biggest tips that I have for you. The first tip is that your overall goal for passive income should be to stack multiple passive income streams. This is good for so many different reasons, but the big important thing is not to work on multiple of them at once, trying to stack them simultaneously. Build one up. Once you're comfortable with that income level, then start the next one and start building that one up. Now, the other big tip that I have for you is to focus on value. No matter what passive income stream you are doing, and I learned this from the book, The Millionaire Fast Lane from MJ DeMarco, is that the reason that people are going to pay money is because they are receiving value. So the more value you can get out into the marketplace, the more money you are going to receive. Now, real quickly, because I haven't heard anyone else talk about this kind of equation from MJ DeMarco, something from that book that clicked for me many years ago is that he talks about this value exchange of how you can get rich. And basically you have two options, and I've seen this myself. You can create a product that is super high value and sell that to a few people, or create a product that is low value but still has value and sell that to a ton of people. Now, you can basically interchange the word value with money. So an expensive product to a few people, or a very affordable product to a ton of people. But it works so much better in your mind if you just take out money and switch it with value. All right, guys, so just like that, we're on the last section of this video. And if you have seen my videos before, I will always give you actionable steps going forward. I'm not just going to give you theory and ideas. So what I'm going to give you in this last section of this video are the specific passive income streams that have been working the best for me. And what you will see with all of these is they all focus on the little bit of value to a lot of people by using websites that already have their existing traffic. Now that you know everything from this video, these couple passive income streams are worth so much because I have had to find all of these from trial and error literally over 10 years. So with that being said, I have 7 passive income streams that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to list them in the order of easiest to hardest to start. And then for most of these, I have full step-by-step tutorials on my YouTube channel so you can see how I've been doing these business models, and it's totally free. I'm not charging you for any of that on my YouTube channel. So the first passive income stream is Amazon KDP, or Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. This is essentially creating notebooks and other simple books and selling them on Amazon's platform. Now, you're not actually printing the books. You just create the file for the cover and what's going to go inside the book, and you upload that to Amazon. Amazon creates a listing for you. They rank it on the marketplace like we talked about before. And then when anyone purchases that book, Amazon actually prints the book in their book printing facility, ships it out to the customer, and most importantly, handles all of the customer service for us. This is the easiest one to start because there is no application or anything, totally free to start. You just sign up on Amazon's website, and then there's tools that you can use even just on their free trial to create the covers, the inside of the book, everything with pre-made templates. So anyways, that's Amazon KDP. There's a link to a full step-by-step tutorial down in the description below. That would be the easiest passive income stream to start. The second easiest would be Amazon Associates and Amazon Influencer. You are basically just recommending existing products on Amazon. You create your own content, videos if you can, post them on social media. You even have the option to post them on Amazon's marketplace. And then whenever someone watches your video and then purchases the product that's already existing on Amazon, not your product, just someone else's product, you will get a commission on that sale. So if someone buys a product for $100 that you recommended, you might get $5 or $10 from Amazon just saying thank you for sending us a buyer. Again, for this one, I have a full step-by-step tutorial that shows you how to do it. It's free here on the channel. I'll put a link to it down in the description below. The third easiest passive income stream, again, is on Amazon. As you can tell, we're talking about websites that have their existing traffic. They just work the best for passive income. And what this is Amazon Merch on Demand. This one, again, is just like Amazon KDP, but instead of creating books, you're creating t-shirt designs. Upload them to Amazon. Amazon creates the listing. They test it to see where they're going to rank it. And then if an Amazon shopper buys that shirt, Amazon sends that order to their shirt printing facility. They print the shirt, ship it out to the customer, and again, handle all of the customer service for us. The reason that this one's not the easiest on this list is that you have to apply to be an Amazon Merch on Demand seller. They have 14 days to accept you or not. So not everyone gets accepted to this program. However, with that being said, I've talked to Amazon. I know what they're looking for in that application. So I have a full step-by-step tutorial on how to do Amazon Merch on Demand with advice for that application of what you should put in there to increase your odds of getting accepted. Now, I should mention Amazon Merch on Demand and all of the other passive income streams that I'm sharing with you right now are all free to do. You do not need to pay to be a seller on any of these platforms. It's all free to sign up as a seller. Now, the fourth passive income stream is creating digital downloads. And again, you can sell those on websites that have existing traffic. An example of that would be Etsy. You can create a digital download file on your computer. You can upload that to Etsy. It goes through the ranking process. People can find it, purchase it directly on Etsy, and Etsy will instantly send them the digital download. This one is number 4 on this list. It's not the easiest because it comes with some customer service. Some people might have put in the wrong email address, or they might not be able to download the file. So you may have to monitor your email a little bit to make sure that everyone receives the digital download correctly. Now, the next passive income stream, number 5 here, would be creating Udemy online courses. We talked about Udemy earlier on in this video, and it's basically creating a video-based course. You can even record a PowerPoint presentation on something that you are able to deliver value on, whether that's a lot of information you learned from your career, your hobby, something that you're passionate about. Udemy will help you format that into a course, and then Udemy will take that course and put it on their marketplace. Again, it goes through the ranking process. They have a bunch of existing traffic, and Udemy will actually sell that course to people for money. They run sales, so they change the price. They do big promotions and things like that. And we are just passively getting sales on that course in the background. Now, the next passive income stream is Skillshare online courses. You can actually take the same course that you've uploaded to Udemy. You can also upload it to Skillshare. It's just another website that has existing traffic of buyers looking to purchase online educational courses. Now, the last passive income stream on this list is creating an educational YouTube channel. You're basically creating shorter versions of those Udemy and Skillshare courses and posting them on YouTube for free. You can make passive income from this mainly from YouTube's AdSense program, where they will automatically put ads on your videos and you will get a split of whatever that advertiser paid. But those are all proven passive income streams that I can personally vouch for because I've done them all myself. Guys, as a reminder, down in the video's description below and the top of the pinned comments, I am going to put links to all of these passive income streams that I have full step step-by-step tutorials on. As always, if you guys have any questions at all on this specific video or any of the other videos on the channel, just let me know down in the comments. And I hope that this video has been helpful. I hope it saved you some headaches and you were able to pull a lot of value from it. Guys, if you haven't given it a thumbs up yet, I would really appreciate that. But otherwise, I will plan to see you all in the next video.